Hello, Senior Stoner fan. Just the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Proxy and Bub Diamond Dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoy this topic, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all the comments. This is an extremely important topic. We need to talk about what is worth fighting for in life in order to have a fulfilling one. I was known for most of my life as a big time waster. I also was known for a person who ignored the little things, the trivial things, and tried to focus on the bigger things. Not because I gave up easily. It's just because I didn't see the point in fighting or putting massive amount of energy when you could just let life happen. Kind of going with the flow. Well, guess what? It brought me peace. Instead of trying to fight for all the things I thought I wanted and needed. But guess what? I've gotten older. And I've realized that fighting for things is the whole point of living. In a world where nothing is handed to you anymore. Nothing. The only way you get what you want is to fight for it. And the only way to figure out what's important to you is to see what you're willing to fight for. There are universal things that no one should give up on easily. Things that all people should stand their ground against and fight for until either they're in the ground or they got what they want. But I do know that fighting for things is very hard. Fighting for things means putting your ego totally aside. It means admitting what is most important to you. It means embarrassing yourself. Or maybe hurting yourself in the process. But isn't that the point of life? The bumps, the ups, the downs, the peaks, the valleys. So to live so dangerously and passionately that you forget you're going to die even at the end of all of it. Come on. What are you fighting for? Well, if you want to be one of the few people in life who actually enjoys going to work every day, you need to fight for that job. No dream job has ever been handed to anyone. Otherwise, everyone would be going to work as actresses, astronauts, artists, and late-night talk show hosts. There are millions of people with the same exact aspirations as us. But the only way to beat them is to consistently fight for it. Because in the end, the winners are the ones who didn't stop fighting, who never gave up and outlasted the rest of them. You need to fight for your reputation. That's right, because it takes 20, 50 years to build a reputation and 30 seconds to ruin it. Think about it, because you'll do things differently. At the end of the day, our reputation is all we have. Whether it's the way people remember you for what you're known for. Keep your reputation guarded and close to your heart. Make people talk about you the way you want to be talked about. And remember, you deserve to be remembered the way you want to be remembered. Fight for your reputation. Fight for the person you've worked so hard to become. Don't let anyone ever tear you down without your approval. This is your life, and we deserve to be remembered the right way for it. Fight for people who make you laugh, because laughter is the evidence that we're still here, the proof that our tragedies and hardships don't define us. Laughter is actually the language of a survivor. Friendships become hard to maintain as you get older, and it becomes important to learn which friends are worth fighting for and which you need to let go. A friend of mine once said, people come in and out of your life at very particular times and for particular reasons. Just know that the ones who make you laugh, who keep you forgetting about your pain and remembering that life is always worth fighting for. Because laughter in a world of stress and sorrow is really the only medicine that can keep you going. When everything else is horribly wrong, that one friend who can make you laugh when you're about to cry might just save our lives. We need to fight for the truth. Never, never settle for the truth told to you by somebody else. The people who live their lives as beautifully and determined as possible always search for the truth and fight for it themselves. The truth is not only what will set us free, but will show us the world. Fight for our right to the truth. Fight for our right to see everything as it deserves to be seen. And don't let anyone put blinders on you, over your eyes, or tell you lies. We deserve to see everything as it is. The good, the bad, and the very, very beautiful. Fight for change. Don't accept the limitations of other people who claim things are unchangeable. Hey, you know what? If it's written in stone, bring your jackhammer. Never let your life stagnate. Keep it interesting, keep it moving, and most importantly, constantly changing. Monotony is like quicksand. The ease of daily routine and the predictable future can pull you in and be very hard to escape from. So we must first fight to keep our life different and unique. We got to force ourselves out of the monotony of life and work to keep it unique and surprising. Never let the daily grind stop us from progressing. Continue and always fight to be inspired, to be unique, and to be unpredictable. Fight for the person you love. You never lose by loving. You always lose by holding back. Remember that. Whether they love you back or not, fight for them. This may be the hardest fight of all, especially when you're fighting for people who don't know they love you yet. But love is one of the only things worth fighting for, so if you don't fight for love, what's the point? It's better to fail in the pursuit of real passionate love than to live an empty, hollow existence, never giving yourself the real chance to experience the joys of love. Fight for your right to love and be loved. And for that, there's no better reason to fight, or is there? Fight for our freedom. Only you can fight for the life you imagine for yourself. Don't let anyone hold you back, put you in a corner, or tell you that you can't have the type of life you want. Your life is yours. And if you want to be rich, famous, or live in Timbuktu, go do it. Your freedom, our freedom, my freedom, is the most basic right we have. And refusing to fight for it is like giving up before your heart stops beating. Never give up your right to freedom. It's your right to be. It's your right to do and see anything that we want to see. Remember, we're only as free as we fight to be. You know what? It's really important to remember where this came from, where this discussion came from. Came from health scares. It came from bad news. And you know what? You don't go under like a turtle and pull up your shell and go down. You go up, out, and stronger. You fight. Now, you heard reasons to fight and what to fight for. Do you know that everybody has their own things they want to fight for? I can't tell you guys, all of you out there, what's important to fight for. What I can tell you is that you must, I'm 64, I'm going to be 65 next week. You must fight for what you believe in. If you don't, it's never going to happen. You'll never realize your goal. The world's a funny place. And as a sidebar, years ago, there was a thing called the CB radio. I had one. And I used to like going on the highway and communicating with other people. And guess what I did? I used to like being in between a car in the front of me and a car in the back of me with radar. One in the front, one in the back. It was called being in the rocking chair, where they took care of you. Well, there aren't too many places in life where you get taken care of. You got to do the taking care of. You got to fight for what you believe in, fight for what's important to you, and never, and I do mean never, give up. This is the Real Senior Stoner talking about how important it is to fight in life. Don't fight other people. Fight for yourself. Cheers, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And remember, fight for what you believe in. Cheers. Here's our diamond dab of the day with our Puffco Proxy. Cheers. Incredible. I don't like to cough anymore. But this does tend to bring out the hit in you. You got no choice with this device. Whew. Thanks for joining me, everybody, as I sweat my way to finish our video. Have a wonderful day, and whatever's worth fighting for you, make sure you continue to fight for it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Been the Real Senior Stoner.